All right, it's Indecisive TCG, and here with us is Achilles.
A perfect king.
And Koa, baby, let's go.
All right, and we're here to talk about those OP-13 leaders that just got dropped. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. So the first one that we have is Gol D. Roger. He was teased. We knew he was going to be or we thought he was going to be overpowered, but let's go ahead and read his effect and make judgments. He's a king of the pirates / Roger pirates. If you have Dawn on your field, give this leader one of the Dawn cards that would be attached during your Dawn phase. While you have 9 or fewer Dawn on the field, this leader has minus 2,000 power.
Off rip, like reading that first off, I think there's people who may get this confused. It only matters if you're at 9 or less, because if you're at 10, you're not going to be adding any during your Dawn phase. So just keep that as a heads up when you're looking at this leader and thinking about what you can do with him, because you want to get to 10, I guess,
As soon
as
as
quickly as
possible.
possible.
Yep.
So that way you don't have to put a Dawn on him. And also it just makes your leader already a 7,000.
Yep.
So.
With no other effects needed. But that also makes it where if you do Dawn minus when you have 10, when it comes back to your turn, you'll have to add a Dawn to him. And you won't be able to play your 10 drops. So that's another thing you got to keep in mind. So I just want to go through how the turns will go with him. So if you decide to go first, you'll be a 5k leader. You'll have 1 Dawn. On your next turn, you'll have 2 Dawn, 1 attached to yourself, making it a 6k swing. But you only be able to play cards that have 2. And at the moment, I don't think there's any that he can play that would ramp him being a 5 life leader. With your next turn, I think that's the first turn you're able to actually play something where you could ramp effectively, having 4 Dawn with 1 attached to him. And if you were to go second, you'll get 2 Dawn, so you'll be able to play something, maybe 2 Searchers or something like that. But you'll have 2 Dawn on the field, 5k.
Well, no,
power.
wouldn't you have to give him 1? So you'd only have 1 if you're going second.
Well, the way it reads, it says if you have Dawn on the field, give your leader 1, right?
Oh, if you have Dawn on the field. Okay. So it's after. So your first turn is always going to be your first turn.
Yeah.
And then after that, gotcha.
Yeah. So that's how at least I interpreted it.
I mean, no, yeah, because it's not on your field, and you don't have to, right?
Yeah. But then right after that, that's when you have to attach. So you'll have a 3 Dawn. Most people would play Zoro here, but because you're a 5 life leader, that's not a viable play at all. And then the next time you could play something that could ramp would actually, the Big Mom Dawn, you could actually play there in that slot.
The 3, yeah.
So you can play a Dawn earlier. I mean, you can ramp earlier with that build if you have that Dawn. So that's something I guess to think about. There are some other 3 ones like Hawkins that you could play, but I know those come at like a cost. As well as the next time you can play something that doesn't really cost, like Gene Bart, Nami, it would be like your 5 Dawn turn.
Did you really just say Gene Bart?
Gene Bart.
Of course, funny.
Alright. And here are a few cards that I just put together that I thought would definitely go great with him. Once you're able to play 10 Dawn, that's Shanks minusing 1,000 to all the opponent's characters while you're at 7,000. It's just too strong.
Yeah, it's pretty good because you got to give so much. You got to already attach Dawn to hit him, and now you got to attach 1 more, which is kind of crazy. And the cat for sure, being able to have something out that's gonna give you that Dawn back, which is nice. You could also do something like the pudding if you needed to early, or like the kid blocker.
Right.
There's a bunch of ways to get that Dawn back once you're at late, but obviously right now the cat is gonna be the best one.
I think just playing him on curve like, and your curve would be your 9 Don turn because you have to attach one to your leader. But at 9 Don, if you play that category at the end of the turn, you will turn your leader back into a 7K, or you'll transform it into a 7K leader that turn, because you'll be at 9, he'll give you 10, and then the next turn you'll be able to play out your Shanks or any other 10 drops that you want to play. And if you are gonna play any kind of Don minus, that category just giving you the Don back and keeping you a 7K leader is gonna be great. And a lot of people want to play that kid as well as this new gate.
Is this gonna replace for you? Because I know you're a red purple. Luffy.
It's not. I think like I do like it. This could all change with like the cards that we get, the support that we get from it. The fact that it looks so hard to ramp, as in like red purple Luffy isn't that hard to ramp, especially since he gets like 8 Don and he can start ramping himself. I'm thinking it all depends on what cards come out, and then if those cards are limited to Roger, because if I can just throw those cards in red purple Luffy, I think I'm just gonna play that red purple Luffy.
That's funny. I mean, I do get it, but what's nice about this one and the other one that we're gonna get into later is like they're dual color 5 life that can still swing, and they're just essentially 5K. Like they basically are just a vanilla leader that, like, even like take everything away, right? Like make it a vanilla leader with the -2, you know, like it's still a vanilla 5/5. That's 2, or a vanilla that is 5 and has 2 colors, which is nice, right? Like,
yeah.
So it gives you automatically more survivability, more turns to do what you need to do. So I think no matter what, it's probably going to be pretty strong. But with how his leader ability seems, right, you want to be able to ramp. I feel like that's going to be the best case scenario. Or you're going to just be really aggressive.
Yeah.
And just once you get to 10, that's when it kicks in. And then you don't have to worry about it, right?
Because you have 5 life, and because you have 5 life, I feel like those leaders tend to last a lot longer.
And you're going to get to 10, right? Like,
yeah.
you're going to get to 10 eventually, right? And once you do get to 10, you're going to be that 7K leader. So even after all that, you get really hard to kill at the end, right?
Yeah.
Which is still really nice. So it really just depends.
I think like if Betty, like if there's more and more Betty players that pop up, I think I'll move to Roger just to be a 7K leader and deal with that Karasu a lot easier.
We don't speak his name here. We're already going to talk about it later.
But with that being said, we got our new Jewelry Bonney.
I got this one because this is the only one that I'm actually interested in playing. Jewelry Bonney, so she's Egghead Bonnie Pirates. IMO should have been Supernova, but that's okay. On your turn, once per turn, when you play a character with a trigger, you may activate this effect, give one of your leaders or characters 2 rested Dawn, which is automatically nice because it makes most of the triggers that you have, which are 4 cost, a 2 cost, which is really, really nice.
Did you want to add in, King?
This actually looks kind of fun. Just because you get to you get the trigger effects and their whatever on plays or main effects that they have. So I don't know. This one actually seems fun.
Overall, as a leader, it does look like it's a plain leader, like plain
simplest, for
simple.
Sure.
But
it's
it does have a good effect. The one thing that I do like to see about on this one is that it looks like the yellow cards are going to be Egghead cards, so it's going to be more support for the other Egghead cards in the starter deck 29, which is coming out, which is going to be another Egghead, which also
Luffy. I forgot about that guy.
Which also means that there's going to be Robin support, right?
I guess, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of decks right now that are really good. I mean, and it all depends on what the support that's coming out, right? Like Egghead Egghead, though, like that archetype of yellow is very locked in terms of it either has to be an egghead or it has to be a scientist, right?
Right.
Or if your leader is, Vegapunk or whatever, right? Like it's all specifically locked. So I'm wondering if the support that's going to come out for this is going to be that. That way you can't just throw it in every other yellow deck. Because, well, like I mentioned earlier, she's not a supernova, and I feel like they made her that way so that you can't just run the cards in Kid that you. I mean, you still can,
Yeah.
but like the main SEC law doesn't work with her, right?
Yeah.
So it's just, we'll see.
And
But these are some of the cards that we were kind of talking about that are going to be really good, because every one of these cards you play, which is all pretty much I would say the 4 on the right are pretty staples. Bonnie has kind of fallen off. Most decks don't really run her anymore. But it's nice to be able to automatically get her ability on board. Because you can still, like, if you still have Dawn up or whatever and you play her, you give her the 2 rested Dawn, and her ability is active now. So then you can still swing with your board and, draw 2 card and discard. So it helps you cycle. Brule essentially becomes a 1-drop, right? A 1-drop with the trigger is nice. Basil is a 2 cost. Onami is free. Kikanojo is a 2 cost. So being able to play a 2 cost 6k body is really good.
Yeah, definitely. And I can definitely see more Bonnie cards like that. I don't think she has a crew. Just from what I'm seeing, I'm only on Egghead so far. But
Well, she's got the Bonnie Pirates.
But I haven't seen them, right? Or have I?
They're not around too much.
That's what I'm saying. So I mean, they may make their card debut, and most of their effects I would assume would be Dawn ×2 whatever effect, and be triggers.
And that would be interesting because those cards could potentially synergize with Yamato.
Oh, as well, because she can attach to Dawn.
Because she can attach to Dawn.
Yeah.
Which is why, like I said, they may be leader locked.
Maybe. But since what Bonnie isn't a supernova, let's go ahead and talk about a supernova. And that's Monkey D. Luffy. Straw Hat Crew. Supernova. Dawn 1 on your opponent's attack. If the total active Dawn is 5 or less, you may rest any number of those Dawn. For each Dawn rested this way, give this leader or give one of your Straw Hat type characters plus 2,000 per for the battle.
Another one, guys. So what are we on? What are we? We've got 2 black Luffys. We've got red purple Luffy. We've got blue purple Luffy. We've got blue Luffy. We've got black yellow Luffy. We've got green purple Luffy. We've got purple Luffy. We've got purple black Luffy. We're getting a yellow starter deck Luffy. We've got the OG red Luffy, the second red Luffy. Now we've got this guy, 13 Luffys.
I don't think we have enough.
Luffy leaders.
I don't think.
I don't think we got enough.
Mono green Luffy.
Oh, and we got actually 14 because of the other red green Luffy. Forgot about that guy. So that's 14.
And then the starter deck that's coming out.
I already counted that one.
Oh, you did? Yeah. There's just so many Luffys.
We're up to 14 or 15 Luffys, somewhere around there. We're at 14 plus or minus 1.
Yeah. I mean, I see why they wanted. I mean, they couldn't do any other Straw Hat because they wanted the Supernova. Well, with the Supernova title, then it'd be just another Zoro, right?
Yeah, but they didn't have to put Supernova.
Yeah, his effects is pretty generic.
It's for Straw Hat. Yeah, it's for Straw Hat.
It could have been like a Frankie.
It could have been a Frankie. Yeah, it could have been a Frankie.
This is actually...
Or it could have been a Brook.
Yeah,
I think this is more towards Frankie, like Frankie style, because he's like buffing, I guess, them with the machines or something.
Yeah, and I think so as well. That would be that's a really fantastic idea. This should have been Frankie.
Straw Hat / Water 7. I don't know.
No, we don't need the Water 7. Get that out of here.
Straw Hat alone is a pretty
Just-
powerful archetype.
Yeah, I
so
mean, it is.
it is. There's so many cards in red green that you could throw in here. I think the Supernova does help out because there's a lot of cards that actually go in there that restand Dawn, so you can have Dawn active.
Yeah,
But
but I think that's fine too because you don't even really like I would say like the Supernova engine is going to be the best one, like regardless, because you can still just use it against for your leader.
yeah, yep.
You know what I mean?
You don't have to have
Like,
any other Straw Hats.
No, yeah, you don't have to have any other Straw Hats, and the ones you do play, it's just a bonus, right?
Yeah.
But like just for the survivability section alone, it's fantastic.
Yeah, currently it does look like if you just throw Supernova engine in it, it'll be a solid deck.
Yeah, because it works with all the cards that make Bonnie annoying. It's gonna make Luffy less annoying, but still being able to go plus 2k just for the Dawn is nuts.
Yeah, getting like multiple Euroges or getting a Cavendish on the board, just restanding all your Dawn,
and the other really good green card from 12, Mihawk, being able to restand
4, yeah, yep, forgot about that one.
Yeah, like it's gonna be so good because now you gotta hit him you gotta swing for where he blocks a 7 or less without any Dawn or any counter, and then he's got to hit you again for at least a minimum of 7 because then you can just leader ability.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean if they swing into you, that's a free like 8k counter, like.
Well, I mean, you can't use it on the Mihawk, but you can only use it on yourself.
Well, I'm saying, yeah, but you restood 4 Dawn, so if
oh
they
yeah,
swing into
yeah.
that's
oh yeah,
plus
yeah,
8.
Yeah.
Like,
but I mean, ideally you want to use that Dawn for something. Like, I'm not saying that. I mean, as a last resort, if you have nothing else to play, then yeah, at a bare minimum, it's a whole bunch of 2k free 2k counters in your hand. But like, let's say you're at like 9 or something. You play the Mihawk, restand the 4. You play the Cavendish, restand the 2.
Yep.
And then Kid and Killer, if Kid and Killer's on the field, you just get rid of it and you activate a Dawn and then you do it.
You just have so much like defensively.
Yeah.
And then if they do decide to play a Hody, you have 4 Dawn up, or if you have 3 Dawn up, you still get a free 2k out of it.
Yeah, and I mean, like, Hody is just the answer, right? Like, for any deck that leaves Dawn up, Hody is always going to be the bane of their existence.
Yeah, until August. But
Nah, they better not get rid of Hody. If they're not going to get rid of Gong Giant, they don't need to get rid of Hody.
For sure. And then we have our Sabo. Now, this is the one that I'm excited for. I think I might play that one out of all the leaders that we showed today. He's Dressrosa. What was that?
Your first black deck.
Yeah. First black one. He's Revolutionary Army. If you have 4 more life cards, give this leader minus 1,000 power. Then you have Dawn. If you Dawn X1, if you control a character with a cost of 8 or more, your leader and all your characters gain plus 1,000. So right off the back with that effect, it's like because you're a 5 life leader and you're multicolor. It's supposed to be until you become like 3 lives, you get minus 1,000. But with your leader effects, being able to throw a Dawn on there, you could be 5 life. You can still be a 5 life, 5,000 power leader with his effects.
At 5 Dawn.
Yeah, at 5 Dawn, because you'll need to put 1 Dawn on him, and then you can play like a Mori, a Hack. A lot of these black cards that do +4 on them if you have a Revolutionary Army character.
Yeah, and I think that you definitely run 4 of those, right? And
yeah,
you can, and even like if you have the koala promo out there, or if you don't have koala, you've got the unsearchable Nami, any variant of the Nami, or the Whitebeard one that's 2, whatever you want to run, right? Like even at 4, you'll be able to do it if you play that early game, which is so nice, because then after that, you just you can play like the red stuff, right? Like the black to get you early game, because that hack, what if your leader has a revolutionary armor type, this character gains blocker and +4.
Yeah.
And then on KO, it removes a 4 or less, which is nice. So like ideally, right, like your early turns is you want to search or you want to play something that'll give you a Dawn. Then on 4, you play the Morley or the hack to get an 8 cost on the board. And then your next turn, you're a 5k, 5 life leader. And then once you get to 6, once you get to 3 life, you're a 6k leader. But just a base 6 when a Dawn's attached.
Yep, and it's harder to swing into him.
And it's harder to swing into you. So like just like with what's his name? Roger, you get beefy in the late game no matter what.
Yep, absolutely. Yep. And it's crazy because like the Emporia and Ivankov, it can play out these black cards. It can play out both Ivankovs can play out the black cards as well as the red cards. The Monkey D Dragon, you can bring back your Karasu, so like or your Ivankovs. You can kind of like mass summon these characters and chain different events and things like that with them. So it's a lot of like combo potential.
Also, why did you put Nico Robin in here?
Nico Robin? Oh, because she can get played by the dragon, and she's just a really good card to
Which isn't a blocker or +3.
Oh, because it needs to be Koala. That is true.
Or Monkey D. Luffy, yeah.
Yeah, but she gets played out by the dragon for free, right? And you get to trash a card. I mean, it's not horrible, but yeah, she doesn't go as well. Like you could definitely put something else in that slot. I didn't realize. I thought it was if your leader was Rev or Monkey D. When I dropped it on there, but it's just Koala. So unfortunately, you probably won't be playing her in there, even though I feel like she's a really good card for that got dropped for them. But yeah, she wouldn't fit in there, but the Karasu would, and all the other cards for sure. Great combo potential.
Mm-hmm. It looks like it'll be pretty fun.
Yep. And then we're talking about another
Porcus D Ace. Yep.
Another Ace, another 6k leader.
Yep. So on your opponent's attack, once per turn, you may discard 1 card from your hand, give it to one of your opponent's leader or characters, minus 2,000 power during this battle. So any brick is now free, basically 2k. And then Dawn times 1 once per turn when you take damage or when your character with an original power of 6,000 or more is KO'd, draw a card. Now this is pretty good because obviously you're going to be drawing a lot, right? And because it just says once per turn, not on your opponent's turn. Like if they hit a trigger that KOs one of your characters with 6k, you can still draw, which is nice. And it has access to a lot of good things.
It has a lot. It has a lot of bottom deck, and they finally. I mean, they've been slowly working on it, and I think they're still adding blue cards that bottom deck based off of power as well.
Yeah, well, they just introduced a new. I saw this today. The new 1 cost, not counter event, not that one up there, but it's a new 1 cost counter event that gives +3. Or you can rest, I think, 1 Dawn, and you bottom deck a character with 3k or less.
Oh yeah, I did see that one earlier.
Yeah. So it's really good. Like that would be really good. I'm excited to try that in Marco. Just because with leader ability, in 2 I can get rid of a 5, which is crazy. So I feel like I don't have to run some of the cards that I've been running. So that frees up some more slots, which is really, really cool.
Yeah, for sure. it's definitely gonna be great Marco support as well as Ace support, but they definitely have a lot of Ace either specific cards that you can play with them, or a lot of Whitebeard that they've been slowly making in the blue and the red category to make a lot of combinations. Not only can you like play a lot of dead cards with that leader effect, but if you play something like Izo, where she can trash a card and minus 2,000 to your opponent's characters, you have multiple ways.
On play, she attaches that Dawn, which is really nice.
Yeah.
So like that for sure. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, Izo for sure. And this Japanese Marco right here, it is a new from PRB2. It's a 4 cost, 6,000 power. It's got blocker, and then its on KO effect is draw 2 cards. So with the leader ability, if it blocks and dies, you draw 3.
Which is definitely nice. It's definitely a must to go in the deck for sure.
And it's good too because it can be played off of the Atmos, which we didn't include in here, but that is a 4 cost 5k power. When you play it, you reveal the top card, I think, of your deck, and if it's a cost of 4 or less Whitebeard character, you play it rested. So it helps cheat out stuff, and it can be played off of that. So this Marco is also going to be really good in the Ace and Whitebeard, which personally I'm excited for that starter deck. One, it's got the Odin card, which is really, really good in BY Nami, which is what I've been playing a lot of recently. I just like the Ace and Whitebeard leader because you just get to draw and cycle so much, and it feels so good with something like Sanji. Because I don't play the new gate that we see in the bottom right, the 10 drop, just because I like Sanji, because Sanji can play out everything in the deck. But that's another thing too, right? You can put Sanji in this deck if it doesn't get hit in this upcoming ban list, and it's gonna play like if you're playing 9-beard, right, or the Izo, it's gonna do a lot of damage depending on how you build this. So all in all, this seems like a really good leader. And with this Whitebeard event that you see and the new one that's from PRB2, I think, or 13 or something, I forgot which set it's coming out in. Now you're going to have, like all the other 6k leaders, 2 events that are going to make you harder to kill.
Yeah, absolutely. On top of, making yourself plus 2,000 with the new gate, or being able to do that 9-8, or play out the new gate for 8, and then not take a life because of that new gate's effect. There's a lot of good combos in here. There's even some old Ace cards that for, I don't know, a couple of months you can play until they get phased out, where you're KOing at 8,000 power and gaining double attack and plus 3,000 attack. So there's a lot of things you can do, and then you're a 6k leader, so you're swinging 10k.
That's actually really
right?
good. And Flame Emperor is pretty good, right? Because especially, what's off the top of our head, we all know something that's got 8,000 power that's hard to get rid of, Katakuri, right? So you can just get rid of that.
Kid.
And swing 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, swing 9, which forces like blue-purple Luffy to have the giant, right?
Yeah.
Or to double attack.
Yep. So it's definitely good, and then it's 7 cost, so like you can still attach more Dawn to if you needed to. It's definitely some good cards here. I don't know if I'll be playing it. I think I would probably lean more into the Marco, just because I had him and I wanted Marco to be so like good, and now that we're getting all these other cards that could make him good, I want to see if we can play him out or see if he'll be good, if he'll actually top.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, look at it right now. Well, I'm not gonna actually say that because I know you play him, but I was about to say most leaders that are 6k and have 3 life are pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. Always there. You always see him in like at least top 64, top 32. And then
go ahead.
Oh, and then I just want to talk about, I guess, what was revealed so far about OP-13 in the set. So so far it's looking like red is going to be like a low cost Luffy engine, which definitely will help Red, Zoro, and Rayleigh out. just from the cards that I saw, just a lot of low cost. I'm never a fan.
5/7. I bet we're gonna get a 5/7 because 5/7s are everywhere now. Because the boa that's coming out from Egghead is a 5/7 trigger. And like Sanji Pudding 5/7, the the smoker 5/7, the Tashigi and Green Zoro 5/7. So like 5/7s are a popular stat line right now. I feel like for this game. So I think they're gonna get like a 5/7, which is gonna be pretty nice because that means you got to swing over 9 to get rid of it.
Yeah. And then it looks like the yellow cards are going to be Egghead. So we're going to see that starter deck 29, Luffy, and Egghead himself getting some support cards that they most likely can pull from here. It may be Robin, because anytime there's an Egghead, they normally always have trigger. So I'm just hoping there. Blue, we've already gotten one Whitebeard card, more like Marco support. But we're definitely going to see some more characters that come out as Whitebeard. And if they just have the Whitebeard title and they're good, that means they're going to be able to fit into ST22.
Yep.
And green, it looks like it's going to be Straw Hat, at least from the event that we got. So that's going to give Green Zoro for sure support, as well as, well, not necessarily Green Zoro, because if it's not Slash, it doesn't.
See, I feel, I like looking at this, I feel like green is going to be Straw Hat for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And red is going to be Roger.
Roger, that's what you're thinking?
I think so, because I feel like if you do like the low cost, right, and another, like more low cost red Straw Hats, when we have so many.
Well, just going off of the ones that we got from the OP-13, because we got more reveals on that one than anything else. In red, it was that Ace Sabo Luffy, which I guess that one can be any kind of support because it just minuses, it doesn't search. But we did get some Luffy searchers, if I remember correctly. We got these I don't know if you can see them, but what was it, the Gum Gum Gatlin, if you give up to 1 Monkey D Luffy arrested Don, then give -2,000 to opponent's character. Then we also got give up to 2 Rested Don to one of your Monkey D Luffys. So
those
we're
are all
getting
what color?
red. They're the red ones.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, so I agree. I would not like to see that. I don't like a low cost. They even got the Curly the Dawn that gives I forgot whatever her type is, double attack.
Mountain Bandits.
Yeah, it gives Mountain Bandits. It's like, so it's looking like it's gonna be like I guess it's a 3 ace or 3 brothers. Like, I guess it could go in all 3 brothers low cost engine deck is what it's looking like. I don't know if that's what they're trying to if they're trying to do that, but they're doing like the mountain.
You may be right, yeah, because that's they all share red.
Mountain Bandits, and then all of that. Like, I don't know who wants it. I think people who love Red Zoro is like hype about that. But I don't think anybody wants that. But you know what I mean? Bandai does what Bandai does, right?
Yeah.
Like giving Kalgara no support until, like, I don't know, what, 4 sets later. So yeah, that's why I lean towards that, and that's why I thought the purple, and I also thought the purple needed to be Roger because he needs ramp cards, either specific to him or not. Him being able to ramp at like 2 Don, 3 Don, or even getting like a card like that, Gear Second.
If they give him something so low to ramp, it's got to be leader lock, right?
I would assume, or or it might be like gear second, where it's like your second color
if it's
needs to
not
be
leader
red.
locked, I mean maybe, yeah, I hope so. Or something like that.
Yeah,
It can't be
something like
multicolored because if you give blue purple another way to ramp for super cheap, they're banning him.
yeah,
Ain't no way, because ain't no way they do that.
yeah. I agree. I agree. So I'm just hoping that it is Roger purple support, and they lock it to the red, like purple and red, like they did with Gear Second. That way, RP Luffy, gets that support as well. But I'm thinking purple is leaning towards Robin, and as in black, they haven't released anything about black. But since we know Emu is a card that most likely is going to be the sixth leader, and they tend to make the bad guys black leaders, or I mean not bad guys, Navy. It all depends on where your morality lies with, if you're pro Navy or whatever, but they tend to make the Navy world government cards black. I would assume that
I know they're gonna do it. Yeah, Emu's gonna be black because
black.
all of the world government cards are black.
Yeah.
And
So,
the freaking stage is getting a goddamn full art. Nobody asked for that stage. Full disclosure though, I do not have a single world government card in all of the cards that I have. I know I don't have a single one because every set that those cards have come out in, I rip them.
okay.
So I don't have a single world government card. All those cards have been ripped. All right.
So
I do not care because I like playing black. Okay. I have a fully, so my credentials, for anybody wondering, I have a fully alted smoker deck, black smoker. Okay. I have a fully alted Rob Lucci deck. Okay. I have all of the GARP. I have every single Navy card alted basically, except for the new ones. Like I love playing black, and I do not care. I will not play Emu because if it uses the world government cards, I can't use them. I can convince myself ethically that the Navy is different, but at the end of the day, I can't argue with CP0, right, with Lucci. But they're definitely the bad guys, right? They're the bad guys in the story, and Emu is like the bad guy, right? Like she's the last enemy. And the world government, like the Celestial Dragons, to be more specific, are so annoying. So I know nobody asked for that stage to be reprinted. So I bet you they're gonna be black.
I think they're gonna be black, but I also think it may be a black blue leader Emu. Like,
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be mono black because we've never only had one monocolor leader. It's usually two.
Is it how it normally works? I stopped trying to guess like if there's gonna be all mono or all whatchamacallit, because I feel like they kind of mix it up every now and then. But it could be all black.
100% all black. Well, it's a world government card. It's all black.
It's all black.
So let's see. In set 1, right, there was Zoro and Dofi. Set 2, it was Beard and Kinemon. Or Beard. Wait. Actually. Yeah. Yeah, white. No, yeah, there is. Sorry, I'm looking at a big freaking thing of all the leaders, but they didn't do it by like set. It's just all together. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's usually like 2.
I think I might be able to pull up.
Because like in 6, there was. Well, I mean, with the Moria set, which was what, 6?
Yeah.
They had Hody Moria, right? Then there was and the one with Calgera, there was Calgera Carrot. 4 Emperors had 3. OP-9 had 3. 10. Oh no, 10. No, 10. 10 only had one mono kid. So maybe not all the time. Maybe
Yeah.
I'm just tripping.
And I think OP5 had all multiple colors. It had Betty Sabo. It had Luffy was mono. Sorry, Luffy was mono. But that's the one with Sakazuki and Enel. Never mind, there was two, Enel and purple. Yeah.
So there's always been at least one, right?
At least one.
So yeah, you may be right.
I mean, it could be two. I just thought, like, since it's the ultimate bad guy, you gotta put the ultimate two colors that kind of like, are really good together.
Because then because then it's gonna be another Sakazuki.
That's what I'm saying. It needs to come, like, Emu might come through. Like, y'all thought Sakazuki was bad. Here comes Emu's drink.
I hope not.
You know what I mean? Just when you thought Roger was OP, here comes Emu.
I don't think Roger's super OP though. I think
he's not. Like, everybody speculated that he was gonna be OP. That's what I'm saying. And the fact that they save Emu for last, either because like they don't think a lot of people know about her, because they don't, not a lot of people are caught up or whatever it is. Maybe she's just black. I can see her either being black or black and blue, either or.
I hope she's just black. I hope she's just mono black. Fuck it.
But I guess that's our speculation section. Those are our thoughts. You guys let us know what you guys think. And I guess any final thoughts before we head out?
I think overall, so far, it's very interesting. I think Bonnie is going to be generically good, just like Piss Kid is going to be generically good. I think the Luffy is going to be, again, good. It's just got a good color combo. It's got access to a lot of support because it's Supernova.
And Straw Hat.
And Straw Hat, right? Sabo is going to be, like, the 5-cost Luffy in this. Oh, God. Because that's going to just give it on to the leader.
Oh, yeah.
Sabo, going to be pretty decent. Although, that's also what we said about Koala. And we haven't gotten her yet, right? But at least in the East, it hasn't been popping off.
I don't understand why. I need to start playing OP-12. Just to play her myself and see why she's not popping off. Because the fact that like you play a card and you just lose a life, like you play a card that costs 8 or more, and you lose a life, and you're losing cards out of hand. Like, how is she not?
I bet you it's because of green purple Luffy probably pops her pretty bad.
Because they just doesn't.
Because they just go wide. I bet you Rayleigh pops her really bad.
Oh yeah.
They don't use anything.
They do special summon.
Yeah, but they're a 5-life leader. Who cares?
Right.
Luffy, blue purple Luffy probably still smacks it, even though it does play high life. If you're just big bombing every turn,
I guess it wouldn't matter.
It just cancels it out.
Yeah. But you are losing 2 cards out of hand because you lose the card that will go to life, and then you lose 1 card from Big Mom's effect.
I guess so.
Yeah, and then you got Koala, which trashed the card.
But then if you're going too wide anyways, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to. It's only once per turn, right? So.
Yeah, I think I need to start my OP-12, just to see. And it's also not around the corner. It's around the corner. But let's go ahead and finish off. You were saying Sabo, awesome.
Sabo, yeah, sure. Like I said, could be like Koala. I guess we'll see. Ace is gonna be probably pretty good. 3-6, like I said, is already pretty decent. It just really depends on the survivability. It really just does depend on how
the new support, whatever support.
Survive. Yeah.
And he's built. His effects are built to survive, and at least have cards in hand, which a lot of 3-6 leaders don't. I guess the blue, the whatchamacallit, the new one that draws 2 cards per turn. So that one's good. His effect ultimately is good because you can set it up for the Sanjis. That's what this one is missing. But the fact that he can just draw so many cards and defend himself with cards that don't have counter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ultimately, Ronald, did you want to say your final thoughts before we head out?
I pretty much agree with what Koa said. Like all these leaders seem pretty good. Like they don't like OP-11. You know how we got like Jinbei, we got Shirahoshi.
Yeah.
There was like those one or two leaders.
What do you mean,
that-
Jinbei? Don't bring him into this.
I mean,
That's
my point-
you take his name out of your mouth.
my point is, like as opposed to some other sets, all of these leaders seem kind of viable in their own way. They all have most of them have like generic effects, which is always a plus. I guess it's just gonna come down to what new support they're gonna get and how good it is.
And how locked it is.
Yeah.
How locked.
Because if it's not locked, all right, let's see how broken this stuff's going to be with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So it also, I think, heavily depends on the ban list.
That too. That's coming out.
Because I think BP Luffy is probably good into Ace. Because it doesn't really remove things by KO. It just puts them to your life.
Yeah.
So that's also something, right? And then I think Roger, right, is a 7K, but if you're playing against BP Luffy, who's just spitting out 2 9Ks a turn, does it really matter?
Yeah. Can Roger stand up to the Nazi salute? We don't know.
Oh. So we'll have to see. I mean, I think it's gonna be good, but like I said, because at the end of the day, even with nothing else, it's a 5-life multicolored leader that can attack. We've never had these before, so we'll see.
Absolutely.
We will see. But let us know in the comments, guys, what you think. Please leave a like. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Stop lurking, and we will see you in the next one.
All right.
Later.